All right, coming out to you is just a little the ins and outs of the class. I'm not going to go over the whole thing because I know you've heard it probably throughout the entire day. And everything I say today, you're going to be like, I can't remember what you said. So, yeah, you be 3 or 4. 3, 2, 3. Oh, too many. I knew I couldn't count. Thanks. All right, couple things. First thing, purpose of math. Obviously, there's a critical thinking skill. The book for this class looks like this. Okay, number 536. Be cautious when you go in. The Algebra and the Accelerated Algebra book are both red covers, so make sure you're looking for the CP Algebra 1 and get that information. Also, it's I have about the first week's worth of the assignments already, which is great. But after that, then you'll either have to go on to Schoology and print them off, or go buy the book. It's probably easier and less expensive if you're printing them off from home. Okay, I am Mr. Stirrup. This is CP Algebra 1, and everything looks good. What else on this sheet should we know about? Oh yeah, let's talk about homework. So you'll get homework most nights. It shouldn't be any more than 20 minutes, okay, maximum. If you're spending more than that, you gotta come see me. So on your homework, we have already pre-generated homework. Obviously, you want to put your name up there. But when you grade homework, it's pretty simple. I'll give you a top mark. That means that it looks like you tried all the problems. Try it. Okay? That's worth 4 points. You get a middle mark. Looks like you tried half to 3/4 of them, and you can get a 3. You get a bottom mark if you do less than half, or you tried less than half. Now, some of you, before you jump on the case, saying, hey, it's not fair that I get 4 points and I did everything, the kid who does nothing gets a 2. Okay, well, that is true, but that kid that has a 2 needs to have the whole sheet filled out. This is just when I come around and do a preliminary inspection of what did you attempt. Now, some students are going to sit there and try and write down as fast as I can everything I do to get it all filled out, but once it's marked, it's marked. Okay. The nice thing is, if you're that kid who's got the 4 already, you have the top mark, you can make any corrections you need. You make a correction here and a correction here and a correction here. Do it. It doesn't count anything against you. The student that did less than half or tried less than half to even having a blank page, all they're doing is filling in stuff, and then they're going to be like, why do my test and quiz scores stink? Because all you're doing is plagiarizing my work and turn it as your own. So other marks you can get the 0.5, so you can get a 3.5, a 2.5, 1.5, or a 0.5. If you get a 0 on something, that means you didn't turn it in. If you get a 1 on something, that's because it came in way late. When I say way late, I'd say like over 2 weeks for the traditional type of student. I mean, if there's some situation that's taking place in life that you had to be out, off for a couple weeks, stuff happens. Okay? Yeah.
I know that some teachers are like, if it's late, don't turn it in at all. But if you're absent, is it still 2 days per?
2 days plus the number of days absent. So if you miss, like, say 3 days, let's say you have your wisdom teeth out, and so you miss a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and you come back on that Monday. So I'll give you those 3 days you've missed plus 2 extra days, so you'd have a total of 5 days. So you'd have to make it up.
Okay, because some teachers, every day you miss, you get 2 days.
Okay. Yeah, well, that's the big controversy. Math reads it as one way, everyone else reads it as another.
Yeah.
So everyone's like, oh, you get 1 day plus 2 days on top of that. So if I miss, 3 days, I would get, 6 days to make it up. No, we don't think that way. Or 9 days to make it up, whatever it is. So, yeah, it's just how the verbiage is. I mean, if it comes down to, like, you turn it in, you had 3 days to make it up, and it's on the 4th day, I'm not going to go back and say, tough.
Mm-hmm.
If you're absent, just stay on top of it. Nice thing is, I'm recording right now. Everything that I try and teach and go over in class, I record, I post it on Schoology. Any of the notes that we write on here are posted to Schoology as well. So please feel free to, anytime you don't want to print notes, if you don't want to, or if you miss something, both video and if in order to go to the video, if you go on Schoology, if you click on the link, you have to click on, once the window opens, you have to click on it one more time, and it'll take you to YouTube, and you can find the video. Everything is that's up here as well as my voice and your voice and anything else. Anything else? Homework's good. Homework's worth 20% of your semester grade. Tests and quizzes is one category. A test is worth more points than a quiz. That's a big difference. But they will account for, what I have it down as, 65%? Yep. And then the final exam is worth 15%. As you progress further in math, you'll start finding that the final exam is worth 20% in other math classes, but we just make this one 15%. So they'll be in different categories. So notes will be given daily. I will give you a skeleton, usually a skeleton version of notes if we have actually something that's going to go, be written down. Homework and classwork are the same thing. They fall in the same category. So I'll let you know, hey, this classwork is due at the end of the period, so turn it in. And that would go into the same category. Cell phones, you guys know my policy. Put them up in the thing on the wall, please. And that's about that. Usually there will be time to start homework problems during class, so please utilize that time for you. And then if you miss a test or quiz, you got to take it upon yourself to come see me. Okay, you have to figure out when you can make it up, and you can make it up even during, like if you're off, even if I'm teaching, you can come into that period and do it in there. And it looks like your first assignment is on my Schoology page. So your first assignment goes into the gradebook due on Tuesday, so that's tomorrow. You need to find my Schoology page, and you have to log into it using your My Cherry Creek. Log into it, and then just send me an email, or you can send me a message on Schoology. But obviously, please make sure you have your first and last name. If you're just like, hey, it's Bill, great, thanks. I don't know who you are. So that'll go in the gradebook as of tomorrow. So just double check of that. Pretty easy. I just showed you the textbook. Again, it's number 536. It is a red cover. It's good for this semester, and then there'll be another one second semester. These are workbooks that we've worked on, we've put together, we've created for you. We've been very successful as a school with this type of thing. And then the last thing is we're going to actually check out this book. It's called Big Ideas. Okay, I'm not going to check it out for a couple weeks though. This book, let's see. This book, last year I made it optional, and I found a couple students and their parents, they said, hey, we really want to have the book at home. So you check it out, take it home. I will never use anything out of that book for your education, but it could be a resource at home if you'd like it. And so that's what we have there. So Big Ideas, but it will go in a couple weeks to check that out. And then if you ever bring me a note and it says, hey, my dad wants you to email him, or my mom or grandma or whomever, and there's an email address on there, if that email address doesn't match up in Power School, I'm not allowed to. None of your teachers are. Okay, we can't make phone calls to numbers that aren't listed on Power School, so make sure that's all taken care of. And then it'd be great if you had a TI-83 or a TI-84 graphing calculator for this class. We do have some you can rent. They're either $20 or $25 for the year. I have 10 of them that we can use during class, but I'm not here to supply you. So if there's 12 of you that need a calculator and I only have 10 calculators, there's going to be 2 people that don't have. So it's your responsibility to get that calculator. You can rent it. You can purchase one. There's plenty of them out there. I had students that had even gone to pawn shops and found them for like $6. They work fine. So take it upon yourself. Get that calculator. It's going to be used. Yeah.
TI-83 or 84?
Uh-huh. Yeah. I mean, I'd say might as well get the 84 because that will ensure the rest. But if you went home and their brother, sister, mom, dad had an old 83, bring that. And don't worry about getting an 84. But don't go purchase an 83 because it was $10 cheaper than the 84. Purchase the 84, please. And if you do purchase, please bring us in your proof of purchase. The school gets credit for them, which is kind of cool, so it allows us to get some more stuff. And then there are some, again, that you can rent. You have to go to the Math Science Resource Room, which is down the hall, up the stairs, and on the right side, right after the police officers. So if you wanted to rent one and didn't have one, that's also another place to get it. Okay? Let's see. Anything else? 85. Yeah, obviously, pens and pencils. I don't care if you write in pen or pencil. It doesn't matter to me. I know some teachers do everything in pencil. Why? Do it in lipstick if you want to. Blood. Gross stuff. Whatever. And then my office is right next door. So I'm off periods 1, 2, 4, and 7. Okay, once a week. Period 4, I'll have Creek 101. But for the most part, I am available. So it's up to you if you want to come in, ever do it. Extra help, you have off one of those periods, and you're like, you know what, I just wanted to come do my homework with you, want to come ask questions, do it. Take it upon yourself. Come on in. You're not bugging me or any other teachers if you come in the office and want to just do work or get help. Okay, happy to do that. And my email address is there. And then I think that's about all I have for you as far as this goes. Sound okay? So let's play around on the whiteboard a little bit. Everyone got one? Everyone got a marker? If you don't have one, I didn't catch you. Go grab a whiteboard from over there and a marker and a dirty old sock so you can wipe it. I promise those socks had been washed at some point. Now they've just been used to wipe off white marker. I don't think anyone's worn them on their feet. So let's play this. Let's do. I'm going simple for a sec. Put that on your whiteboard. Just see if you can figure it out. And I'm just curious how you learned how to add fractions. Yes, we brought the F word already up in the math class. Just want to see how you work it out. If you're stuck on it because you're like, dude, this is the first day of school, it makes you normal. About 10 more seconds. So just by a show of hands, who is finding a common denominator? Okay? That's the correct way of doing it. Common denominator is a great way of doing it. And I just want to show you a little bit of a shortcut that you're going to be mad at me with this common denominator stuff. Ready? What's 3 times 10? Okay? The addition sign comes back. It's there. What is 7 times 4? 28. And then what is 4 times 10? 4 times 10 is what? 40. So what do I have on top? 58. That's called the numerator. What do I have on bottom? 40. And then it looks like you can reduce to 29 over 20. And it's all done. So you didn't have to get a common denominator. You still have to reduce it. And yes, the indoctrinated way of middle school and elementary school is, oh yeah, you have to make it a mixed number. No, keep it as an improper fraction, meaning the top number is bigger than the bottom number. Okay, so it's if you do have, I'm not going to mark you wrong, but this is the answer that would be most accepted is 29 over 20. Who had seen that way before? It's called the bow tie method or the crisscross method or the butterfly method or something like that. So kind of an easier way to think about it. So something that's going to take place tomorrow on Schoology, we will do a pretest. Okay, and this pretest is just to see, hey, are you in the right spot? Because some of you might need to move to accelerated because it's coming to you like that, which is fine. Some of you are in the perfect spot. And some of you might have a couple of gaps where we might consider moving you down to the integrated math. Just, one thing that stinks about being in any class is when you're going, oh man, I'm already lost. It's different if you miss 6 weeks in the class and you come walking in and you're like, oh, what's this X stuff? Okay, that's different. So we're going to take care of that. So we'll do it on the Chromebooks. I think we'll have them in here, so we'll take care of that. But that's basically all of what tomorrow is. Order of operations is important, isn't it? And they refer to it as Pemdas, and I don't have notes really for you today. I'm just kind of just filling in some stuff. And that, it's that silly acronym of please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, and somebody said they're going, I don't have an Aunt Sally. Okay? It means that the order that you do math is important. Okay? If you had a problem like 4 times 3 plus 2, if you add 3 and 2 together first, then multiply, it's a different number than if you multiply the 4 and the 3 and then add the 2. Order of operations would suggest, hey, we do multiplication and then addition. So you get 4 times 3, so you get 12. 12 added to 2 is 14. Okay, so order of operations is important. There's a lot of times it comes around on different social accounts as well as the internet being thrown at you going, hey, what is the real answer to this? And they try and goof you up with the order of operations, and it's amazing. I like logging on to Facebook and seeing what my old friends do. You'll see the one that's up there that they post, and I'll have my friends arguing about this, and I'm like, man, how are you a doctor and don't know the order of operations? So order of operations is an important portion of math itself. So let's see. I'm going to hand you about the first 5 pages of the workbook. And this is all I will print off for you, so it's good for this rest of this week. Okay? And I want to give you all the opportunity to get a start on it. But before I do that, there is one last thing I want to talk about. There was the summer packet. Okay? It's on my Schoology page, if you didn't get it. Okay? It's going to be worth, homework's normally worth 4 points. The summer packet's worth 50. And so, if you didn't do it, I'm going to say that we're going to have it due on Wednesday this week. If you need extra time, come talk to me. Don't make me a stranger. Don't hide it and act like you're not going to do it. It's on my Schoology page. Does everyone know how to get onto Schoology? If you don't, please email me and I'll get you the links to get there. You go through your My Cherry Creek and go from there. And we'll be able to focus on it a little bit tomorrow as well during class. But the summer packet will have, what's that? I didn't hear. I'm hearing stuff again. So your assignment for tonight is going to be page 1 and 2. So it's a front and a back of this packet I'm giving you, unless you have your own. Does anyone get the textbook yet? You got one? Cool. So I won't pass one to you. So it'll be page 1 and 2. The pages are on the bottom. All you need to do at the top of the packet is make sure you put your name, and then you'll turn in the individual pages. So let me go ahead and hand those out to you now.